Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Lune INNATE, and if you've never seen a video from me before, I create these energy work sessions by proxy in an ASMR style because I like it, but also because I think it helps to kind of get in that chill in-between space where we can kind of think about different things, work through some stuff, let things process, let things heal, let things activate, or whatever that might be. So our theme for today is about dopamine balancing, because I think that I don't know a person, well, I probably know some people, but most of us are engaging with social media or dealing with a lot of stress, or just have things in our lives that are leading to this imbalance. And some of the signs of this imbalance are feeling tired, feeling a lack of motivation, a lack of personal energy to push something out, to get something done. This can affect your mood, lead to anxiety, have you feeling numb, can affect your sleep, and overall just sometimes the feeling of hopelessness, because it's a chemical in your mind. I'm not trying to present myself as someone who knows all about the chemicals in our minds, but I've had the experience of this happening with this high and low, and this essentially with dopamine. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, so I'm trying to cover both areas. But there's the concept of reward, like a reward center, and then there's the concept of the control center. And the reward is like what we get from, or what we expect for doing something, like we're seeking that hit. It's very much tied to addictions as well. And then the control center. So if these things are imbalanced, and the word I kind of resonate with the most with is artificial. It's not that someone sending you a nice text or leaving you a nice comment is necessarily artificial, but it becomes like a seeking, it becomes a falseness. What I could sort of relate it to the most for me is when I have a project that I'm working on and I'm excited about it. I've learned to try to keep them to myself for the most part and share with very few people, because when you talk about it, you're getting a hit of dopamine, you're getting the feeling, the chemical sensation of it being completed, which could be a good thing, but it's not really, because it's sort of taking away from the reserves that you have in these chemicals, which I know become regenerated, of course, and we're going to work on that now. But it's essentially kind of messing with what could be true of that, the actual completion of it, and then that feeling of success, not the facade feeling of success as I'm just talking about this thing. What if I never get it done, right? You want to hear about the book that I'm thinking about writing? It might get a hit for me, I'm getting the hit, but it's not actually producing anything, and overall it just, anyway, I'm kind of getting sidetracked there. But that's the closest thing I can sort of relay this to, or tie this to, or another, I won't say version of it, but a little bit, it's a facade. What we're looking to do is sort of reconnect with balance, and then remember that it's our responsibility to reconnect with natural, authentic, true ways of building those levels for ourselves. And that can be connecting with nature. That can be dancing or movement or exercise, moving your body. Just letting that flow. Sleeping, music, affirmations, ASMR. Even ASMR is a way that we can kind of let those levels settle, temper, and also kind of build up from the genuine feeling of it. Touch, intimacy, and meditation is another method. I'm sure there's many more. So we're just going to talk a little bit here about how meditation is so in my opinion, so beneficial for many, many, many things. And there's so many different kinds of meditations. I was talking with someone about like transcendental meditation and being like, yeah, but there are, that's super cool and I'm super into it. But it can also be like too serious, where like meditation can be doing the dishes, or it can be taking a walk, or it can be you get in like a meditative state when you're driving. Like how many of us have good ideas when we're driving or something, and we're sort of, well, I guess it's all different, but with driving you're just really focused on the task, but so much so that your body takes over and goes through the motions while your mind can kind of do its thing. I know it's bizarre, but those of you who drive know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Same with the dishes, like a task, you just kind of get into it and then your mind can kind of relax. But then of course there's also guided meditations taking you on a journey or some other purposeful one. And because meditation is so perfect for this, I'm very happy to share with you that our partnership on this video, on this session, is the Aura app. And I see Aura as a great way to add the good to temper the chaos. If you've never heard of Aura before, they are a new, all-in-one, award-winning mindfulness and sleep app. There's an extensive amount of content created from hundreds of expert coaches and therapists from all over the world. Lately, I've been using Aura just to relieve stress, just to make sure I'm carving out a little piece in my day to get away from the chaotic and stressful experiences that I'm going through right now and take a little time out of my day, like a vitamin, to, go inward or just focus on myself. It's become an essential part of my day to support me while I'm sort of in a transit of personal chaos. What stands out to me about Aura is the fact that there is such a variety of support here, from prayer to journaling, live coaching sessions, ASMR, guided meditations, stories, cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm a bit of a moody person, and like everyone else, I have my ups and downs, and I'm always able to find something of great use and support when I open my Aura app. The first 500 people to click my special link below will get a free trial of Aura and 25% off, an exclusive deal of 25% off if you choose to purchase the full app. What do you call that? The premium app. If you choose to purchase. And I highly recommend it. I absolutely love it. Again, there's such a vast variety that even when I'm in a period of like, I don't know what's best for me, I don't know what I need right now, I can always find something that resonates and support me in the day. So thank you to Aura for partnering with me on our session. And now let's get into it. So for our theme, like I said, we're going to be setting intentions and allowing our minds and the chemicals in our minds to harmonize, to build up the dopamine levels if you are experiencing that lethargy, that lack of like personal energy. The work that I do is therapeutic. I don't mean to present it as therapy, but it can be supportive if you're dealing with anxiety or depression or anything to do with like a personal imbalance. Again, work with a doctor or therapist for the big stuff, but this is part of a holistic practice here. And even if you just use it to help you go to sleep, it's like a natural way that we're working with this. So it's all tying together. I've already lit our candles. We have 4 over here and 3 over here. So 7 in total. And we're going to begin. Let's set an intention together. Since I've got my new candle set up, I haven't been doing it the same way, but I really want to because I think it'd be very beneficial if you want to play along here and participate to set your own intention or set this for yourself, like agree or say it out loud or shift it into something, tweak my words if necessary. But on behalf of the highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort, perfect alignment, it's our intention today to support ourselves in whatever means that might be. Only you and your higher self know what that might be best for you. So let's connect with that and invite that intelligence and that guidance in mind, body, spirit, the works, whatever is right for us at this time as unique individuals and as a collective in general. And to drill down a little, to define a little more, our intention is to harmonize, maybe like reboot, reset our levels, our mental dopamine levels. I hope I'm using words good enough here. Good enough words. There we go. I'm sure that was it, right? But to soothe, temper, kind of wipe the slate clean, so to speak, and then harmonize and build up our natural dopamine levels so we don't go out seeking the facade things, or we're more mindful of the seeking, and we can activate more of the control center of the dopamine machine in our minds, to be more mindful of like planning ahead and working with it in a way that just intuitively, naturally, innately unfolds for you. I don't mean it has to be super conscious, but in a way that's just more harmonized, more supportive, more building of your own energies and confidence and will and personal powers, essentially. Because what we're doing with these kind of flash in the pan dopamine hits is burning through something that's, yes, available to us, but can become depleted, and it becomes addictive, and kind of we get a little drained. That's essentially what's happening. We're draining ourselves. And there's I don't want to say inauthenticity, but every case is different, I'm sure, if we really wanted to analyze, but that's what our intention is. Okay, so we've set our intention. Some of these tools I've used in recent videos, it just happens to be, but I promise there are other ones. But these are just what felt right. So we're going to use these gorgeous little shells. To kind of work through the areas of the mind, energetically speaking, of course. To just that's our intention. If you want to just close your eyes, focusing into the mind, all around. And we're just kind of exfoliating a little, clearing any residuals. And also we want to work with the lower mind for the impulse, like the mental impulse, mental urge to get that hit, so we can later focus more on mindfulness of it. Just let the sound tickle your brain and wipe the slate clean. Right. And the control center and the urges, the seeking. channels, pockets of mind to allow this to express. So through the terminated points here, going into the line, just moving through. Letting it release. Again, any impulse in the lower mind as well. Any impulse, any belief, and any excess. Looking for that fresh start. Take a breath. Going to focus on the back of your mind here. Same intentions, but I just want to be thorough. I'm just going to tap down the spine, moving the spinal fluid. All the way down to the roots. And again, the back of your head. And down through the neck. Down this column, this channel, where the consciousness centers, the energy centers, the chakra points align. And just moving that energy, that fluid, that liquid to clear. Intending if there's any connections to chakra points, that they become clear through this step here. Going to focus in the palm points. So just as if you were holding out your hand and I was sandwiching it in. And if that doesn't work for you and your body, it's more the intention of your receptive channel. So I'm going to clear through this receptive channel, this kind of opening here, this portal of the channel. Access points to be open to receiving more from these areas that are a little more substantial, a little more true, and I don't mean to judge. Nature, movement, meditation, connection, intimacy, or massage, or whatever, creating ASMR. And just for good measure, same with the dominant channel. You can visualize your palm, your hand getting kind of like in between them. Or just focus on the channel itself in this gateway to it, or this point of access to it, and clearing the seeking, not so much the expression of, but the seeking of, the action tied to seeking. Okay. I'm going to put these by your feet, one going out and one going in, just like in the arch, or the area near the arch of your foot. I've been getting some comments requesting crystal tapping. My dog is wanting my attention, so I'll make a video of that to satiate y'all, okay? And you're right, it did kind of stop a little, but I'll bring it back. So what we're gonna do with our cute little selenite wand here is guide out these little seeking tendrils, like vines. My dog, like vines climbing the wall. That's a beautiful image, right? But I mean the seeking, like I know they have them in Florida here, the plants that are kind of what's the word, not invasive, parasitic to trees, and they kind of take over, because it's what I feel like happens as we seek these hits and we don't even realize we're doing it, but we want this like reassurance, we want this, we want this, we want a hit. So I just want to guide those tendrils out, guiding out these tendrils, and we'll just let them flow out, kind of like we're shining the sun in to make them come out. Guide them over here, direct them this way, through. Just guiding. Scissors picked out, but how could I not use my little herb shears for this? And just trim them back. We were Cusco. And I love the sound of this song here. But I think it looks so neat. So we're gonna visualize. Very, very Reiki by proxy here. Here's your skull. If you want it to be, okay. We're gonna see our hands, our head being held lovingly, supportedly, channeling through. And we're gonna send in, or receive rather. I'm gonna channel through, and you're gonna receive if you choose to support the natural production, the, may I say healthy, is that rude? But the more substantial, more touch grass version, the real connections. I don't mean to say that real connections cannot be had online. Gosh, I don't mean that at all, but I wish I could show you how the light looks. Do you see that? Just massaging through. Light shining in to the skull. All the way at the base here. Channeling through. Supporting this fresh start. Right. Now I can just see your hands. Just channeling through. So gently holding your head. Supporting, visualizing, seeing, sensing, feeling this lovely state of confidence and peace and ease, of love, of acceptance, of a non-neediness, a non-seeking, simply receiving, not seeking. Channeling up through and through, just letting it flow down through the body. Love and comfort and gentle touch. Okay. And similarly, this skull with all these rainbows, Tibetan black quartz, black speck quartz. Just wanted to show you. I hope you can see some of the rainbows and fractals and stuff, because there's a lot in this one particularly. But we're going to use this to sweep through, channeling through, sweeping through, and just letting you tune in to your more powerful, what's the word, more substantial, again, sorry, that word just keeps coming up, access points to these feelings, to these chemicals, to this aspect of life, of being human, to harmonize. Okay. Through your whole body, the mind of every cell, of every organ, of every function. Just intelligence, the highest consciousness, the highest consciousness, and interworkings of such, and all the features and facets and aspects and things your body does, creates, produces, directs, and transmutes and combusts and all this stuff. So just all around your body, from over your head, down your face, and neck, and chest, and shoulders, down the sides of your body, down your torso, around your hips, legs, lower limbs in general, all the way to the floor. Okay? And as you rest, or maybe you're not going to rest after this, but maybe this was your rest. But if you're sleeping, just remember that you are restoring. Just going to work into the mind. This gentle giants from Deshamsia, kind of balm just to support. This is a black stork feather for that rebirth. For that fresh start. Just allow this rest to help you reset. Thank you so very much for allowing me to share a little piece of your path tonight. And thank you so much for being such a significant part of mine. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine in you and I, and to this empowered connection that we share in the collective consciousness. So much love.